So far, it seems like we are just going to have to pay. Stay tuned. And I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. To this Dollar Tree over in Maplewood. Stable Milk is also a plus. These past few years showed me. Hey family, welcome back to another video. Today is Saturday, so happy Saturday. Hopefully you all are doing well. Oh man, it's been a week of, tug of war here. This is Shauna and I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. We're going to go ahead and get today's video started. The week of tug of war. Seems like we are definitely going to have to pay when it comes down to these tariffs that they're imposing. The stock market been like this. I mean, which is normal. What happens at times, right? We've seen it, drop down and then come right back up. Who knows what's going to happen next? So far, China did raise duties on U.S. goods to 125%, right? And they're basically calling Trump's tariff hike a big joke. And we know Hillary Clinton been like, I told y'all. Yes, and it's happening. I told you guys. That's basically what's going on with her. But China is like, actually, I think it's almost everywhere, where the tariffs are being put in place. They're like, oh no, we're not doing this. It's a tit for tat. It's tug of war. You want to do this? I'm going to do that. And at the end of the day, sorry, y'all. At the end of the day, guess who's going to pay? We're going to pay for it at the end of the day. So China raises duties on U.S. goods to 125%. Basically to 125% and calling Trump tariff hikes a big behind joke. China raises additional duties on goods. Beijing calls Trump tariffs increase a joke. China says it will not respond to any further U.S. tariff price hikes. China seeks to rally support among other trading partners. So what is going to happen to the U.S.? Are people or other countries actually saying no to the U.S. now? Where is that going to leave us? It's going to leave us scrambling because we have some people who's thinking like, well, it's going to do us more good in the future. What about now? What if some of us won't have that chance of waiting around and making it to that future? You understand what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I'm saying? But y'all, I know y'all know what I mean. All right. So China hiked its imports of U.S. goods to 125% on Friday, hitting back at Donald Trump's decision to single out the world's #2 economy for higher duties while dismissing the U.S. president's tariff strategy as a joke. So same thing with Canada. I think something happened with Canada and they're like, all right, they kind of in the middle for now and it's delayed. My problem is right now that the U.S. relies heavily on Chinese imported goods. They even talking about Chinese goods raising it to 145%. They're on that 90-day pause right now, but that's what's in the talks. It's either they're going to raise it or just keep ignoring it. Oh, y'all. So what is going to happen with products? Will more products be pushed to be made in the USA? Will we be buying more longer lasting goods, not the cheap little products that we've been getting from China because it costs less? Would we actually get products that's worth our money? They're saying even if the U.S. continues to impose even higher tariffs, it will no longer have any economic significance. It would go down as a joke in the history of the world economics. This is all right. They're saying if the U.S. continues to play a number game with tariffs, because that's actually what's happening. Hold up. China will not respond, as I stated earlier. However, it left the door open for Beijing to turn to other types of retaliation, reiterating that China would fight the U.S. till the end. On Thursday, Beijing said it would immediately, right, just like that, restrict imports of Hollywood films in response to Trump's tariffs increase. Earlier this week, China focused on sites on U.S. service exports, issuing a travel advisory for citizens visiting the U.S. and an alert for students considering studying in the U.S. State of Ohio. So UBS analyst said in a note that China declaration that it would not retaliate in kind against any further tariff increase. An acknowledgement that trade between two countries has essentially been completely served. So both sides now tax 100% of each other's goods. After China increased the percentage of two-way trade, it subjects to tax from 63% on April 9th, which has passed, following the U.S. broadening the scope of its duties from 67% in February. So average U.S. tariffs on Chinese exports now stand at 135%. They're saying they're seeking to go ahead and build alliances. Beijing is seeking to rally trading partners to its cause. You know, they're looking to venture out. China's best offer to Vietnam is stability. So they're making their offers just in case things do not work out with the U.S. But China do remain open to negotiations with the U.S., but threatening and pressuring are not the right way to engage with China. But the U.S. been threatening and pressuring, any country that they're trying to go ahead and make deals with, threatening and pressuring them into saying yes. What makes you think that they're not going to fight back and do what's right for their citizens? I'm not going to say everything is right for us over here in the U.S., but I think with other countries, they have something that a lot of the U.S. don't have. And what they have is basically real like family when it comes down to it. Like they care for their citizens. And that's just my opinion. When it comes down to the U.S., it's business. It has to benefit the rich. Forget the poor. Forget the poor and middle class, all of that. It has to benefit the rich. It has to keep their pockets full. Forget you and I and all of that. If it's not beneficial to them, then it's no deal. And that's how I feel when it comes down to the U.S. And I'm just being honest. I'm being open. And it is what it is. So we're going to leave that right there where it's at when it comes down to the tariffs. Yes, it's still a lot of tug of war going on with the tariffs. We would see prices increase as time do go on, not slowly but fastly. I think there were some reports on the price of, I believe someone mentioned bananas. If I could find it, I'll put it right here. They mentioned the only thing that they've seen go up so far is the price of bananas when it comes down to the fruits and vegetables, as was mentioned in a video that I recently put out. I'll go ahead and link that above as well. Also put it in a description box down below, basically where we discuss, some of the items that's really going to go up in price due to the tariffs. So bananas was actually mentioned. I've seen an increase of, the price in bananas as well here in my parts of New Jersey. So how do y'all feel about this whole tariff situation? Do y'all feel as if, we're going to hurt for a little bit, but then we're going to bounce back? Y'all feel that way? Let us know exactly how y'all feel. If I did not check y'all in, oh my, we're 5 minutes in. Make sure y'all are checking in. Let us know where you're watching from. Leave your thoughts in the comments, Basically like how I check in. It's Ashana, and I'm officially checking in over here. At Moments with Us. I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. Let us know where you're checking in from, how you're doing, and what the heck is going on. What's your view on everything? At the end of the day, I'm just trying to live life. I'm trying to live life for, with me and my children. It sucks that people have to go through this. There were some talks also about the immigration. And when they talk about immigration, I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Actually, I'm going to show you guys at the end of the video because I kind of want to focus on some of these reports here. So stay tuned for that. It's something that I seen when I was coming up Springfield Avenue in Newark. And when it comes down to immigration, there's something that's happening here that I didn't see before. But yeah, you guys gonna be like, wow. Maybe some of you probably like, well, good for them. Well, some of you gonna be like, oh, that's messed up. So y'all stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys are staying to the end. Some other things that's happening right now, besides Trump's tariffs, they're saying that it's leaving the world dazed and confused, just as he looks sometimes when he's talking. So there's a major butter brand recall due to potentially elevated levels of fecal matter. So there's a lot of fecal matter in a certain butter. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. That stain, go ahead and filter that out and sterilize that out, correctly. So if you recently purchased any butter, you're certainly going to want to double check your stash. So according to a recent notice from the US FDA, Agrimark Inc. is voluntarily recalling an estimated 1,701 pounds, which is 189 cases of butter, because it is contaminated with elevated levels of coliform. So coliform is a type of bacteria that is found in soil and is always present in the digestive tracts of animals, including humans. It is also found in human and animal waste. Of course, they've said animal first and then human, just kind of throw us off, but it's poop. Okay, it's poop. So per the FDA, the recall item is Cabot Creamery Extra Creamy Premium Butter, sea salted. The butter, which is sold in 8-ounce packages, contains 2 sticks of butter in a cardboard box. The recalled butter has a UPC code of 078354620380 and a best buy of 9925. Additionally, the lot number for the butter is 0909250055 and the item number is 2038. The now recalled butter was distributed to grocery stores in 7 states. So Arkansas, Connecticut, Maine, New Hampshire, New York, Pennsylvania, and Vermont. Shoppers in possession of this butter should dispose of it immediately and clean any surfaces the butter may have touched. So they went ahead and initiated this recall on March 26th, and they classified it as a Class 3 recall on April 8th. Wow. Okay. They're saying that it might not harm you, but it's a possibility that it can, and it could lead to stomach pain, diarrhea, or other gastro issues or illnesses. And you have a higher risk of being contaminated with E. coli. And if you missed it, while we're here, the price of canned goods at Walmart definitely jumped up. I really haven't checked as far as like any other store, but I know if it went up in Walmart, it definitely went up in other stores as well, because Walmart right now should have been, could have been, would have been still the cheapest place to buy certain canned vegetables and canned good items. But even Walmart did go ahead and jump, the price on their canned goods due to the aluminum, the cost of aluminum. And, I don't know if it's really a shortage, but they say it was a shortage. I don't know if that shortage is still ongoing. But yeah, aluminum products are expected to go through the roof as well. So Walmart also is making a shocking decision, not so shocking anymore, right? A shocking decision about its future amid uncertainty. So America's retail giant gives an unexpected major update. So listen out to this, and it may shock many. Of course, due to tariffs, once again, Walmart will still keep going back until this is all over. So why they're going to raise prices due to these tariffs put in place, they're saying that they might not be able to handle the whole tariff situation. Because before, I know they had like a meeting recently. If I'm not mistaken, it was back in March. Maybe they have this earnings call every month. I'm not too sure how it works. But they were saying that they was going to be able to handle, anything that's thrown at them. And still keep prices low and save people money. That's what they said. Now they're saying tariffs are something we've managed for years and will continue to manage that. We've got a great team. We know how to do that. We can't predict what will happen in the future, but we can manage it really well. That's what they're saying. But yet they are also signaling a lot of uncertainty. Now they're saying when they had their last earnings call, that was some of what they said before. So now they're saying, being that Trump declared that foreign trade and economic practices have created a national emergency, and being that he implemented new higher tariffs on products imported into the U.S. from many countries, including an additional 10% baseline tariff. What? Right? They're saying Trump's mind was changed once again as he took to his social media platform, Truth Social, on April 9th to declare that he would pause the 10% additional global tariff on many countries for 90 days, except for China. So since it's responded by retaliating with an 84% tariff on American products, right? So based on that, Walmart, saying in a sudden turn of events, right? Walmart announced at a meeting on April 9th that it had withdrawn its earnings guidance for the fiscal 2026 year due to uncertainty. So they're saying in a global market resulting from a recent tariff change, which have amounted to the ongoing trade war. So the shocking decision did come after U.S. President Donald Trump announced the raise on tariffs on imports from China to 125%. So, being that they did that, who knows what can happen? Like, there can be more store closures, right? There can be some store closures, so watch out for that. There could be higher prices. Because who knows? They don't even know what to expect. You know, they're just saying it's a lot of uncertainty. First, they was like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and keep prices low. You know, we're doing this for the community. We're doing this for our shoppers. We're doing this for the people. We're going to keep prices low. Now, they really don't know if they can keep prices low. So there's going to be a lot of uncertainty when it comes down to the shopping world. When we're out there shopping, we don't know if the price is going to stay the same or change just like that, depending on the products, right? So Walmart is definitely uncertain. And I'm sure there's a lot of other companies that's uncertain as well. Here's one thing that I also came across on Facebook. So there's this lady that do like, I don't know if it's drop shipping or she buys a lot of the Amazon products. Like y'all know the big boxes, like the products that people returned or whatever. She's like into that business or whatever. She said she looked at her little bill, like, y'all know how y'all look at the total first and then y'all go back and see if something wrong. Because if that total look any different from then it looked last month, that's when y'all going to get into detail about every little thing that y'all was charged for. Every little thing that we was charged for, because I do it too. Yeah, so she said she looked at her little bill from Amazon. At least I think it was Amazon. And she noticed that them numbers was not right. She goes back and start getting into little details about, her little charges. Not little charges, but big charges. What she see at the bottom of that daggone paper? A tariff charge. They're putting tariff charges on things now. We're not going to be able to get away from it. And that's the reality of it all. And I'll go ahead and share that. And that's what she said. A tariff charge. And even my grandmother, she was telling me, she was, getting something off of Amazon. It was like, a little something $12.99, $17.99. She looked for like a new scale, right? I said, just order it off of Walmart. But she wants to go to Amazon. So she was ordering the scale off of Amazon. And she said everything looked good. Same thing when you're shopping online. Everything looked good and everything. Why is it that when she got down to the, place order, the checkout part, she said that she was charged a whole different fee because I guess it was coming from China. But there was an extra fee. Y'all know if you got Prime and if you order and it says Prime, you get free shipping technically. Long as it says free shipping Prime, I have to say that. But now they are putting certain fees when you're shipping certain things from, certain countries. Now you have to pay your extra fee. So I want y'all to watch out for that and be careful. And don't just click, 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 click. Pay attention to that last page when you about to place that order because it's not the price that you think it was. So that's something that, definitely you need to watch out for. Some of the things that happened this week, I've been really out of the stores, guys. And I know I need to get back into it because a lot of you really like to go shopping with me here. And a few stores that I do want to basically kind of get back and go into is that Aldi. I hear the prices at Aldi definitely jump. I want to go try Liddy again. I want to go try that store. I only been in maybe like 3 times in my life. The local supermarkets are too high for me, so I kind of don't shop local, even though local, sometimes you get some good sales, but you got to watch them dates because they're really only pushing out items that's really about to expire. What's some other stores? Because we really just do Walmart, we do ShopRite, Dollar Tree, and I also haven't been to Dollar General again either since they told me I couldn't record. But we're gonna go back to Dollar General too, because I noticed even with Dollar General, they have certain sections where it's like buy one, get one 50% off, or buy one, get one free, depending on what it is. They do be having some great like deals when it comes. You have to really look when it comes to that. They do be having some great deals. We got some bath mats, buy one get one 50% off. They were like $12, and I had got one for $6 because I got two, so it's buy one get one 50% off. Yeah, so let me go ahead and show you guys just some of the things that I did see this week. And then I guess we are off to enjoy our weekend. It is spring break for the kids, and why am I clapping? Like, why am I clapping? I'm already exhausted. But y'all pray for us, because it's going to be a long heck of a week. Okay? But let's go ahead and jump right into this right now. And before we wrap this video up, here's what I was telling you guys. So there's a cop at the Dollar General basically chasing all of the migrants. You see they running out of the Dollar General parking lot, because that's where they usually go now to wait for work. Family, with so much going on, the whole world is just at a level of uncertainty. It's not just Walmart. It's the whole world at this point. Y'all got to let us know, how you feel about the current events. Some of the things that you would like us to discuss. If there's a store and you know that for a fact that's in my area, definitely let us know. If you want us to go check it out, I'll be happy to do that for you guys. What are some items that you want to discuss, or what are some things that you would like to see? Because YouTube shadow banned me. And you know what? It's okay. Like I said, I'm still going to keep on posting for the few that do watch. I'm still going to keep on posting for wherever YouTube decide to push my videos. We will pick up again. I definitely believe that. Until next time, y'all, if you are new here, you did enjoy today's video, all you have to do is subscribe to become part of the family. And if you've been here before, of course, thank you so much for coming back. Until next time, this is Shauna, and I'm officially checking out from Moments with Us. Make sure you all stay prepped, stay blessed, stay safe, and bring on some spring temps, because I'm over it. Most of all, remain beautiful queens and kings. Love you all, and God bless. Peace out.